The number one thing you want to see as an Animal Crossing fan is Brewster descending into our game. Tell me I'm wrong. That would be number one, but it didn't happen, isn't happening, will happen. Gotta stay positive, gotta build the spirits of the brew, gotta really stir that pot. Okay, enough about the pigeon. This is the next best thing. You turn on your Switch, you bump into Animal Crossing, and you're like, whoa, they downloaded something. What did they download? An update! 1.5.1 is here, and we gotta check it out and see what's all happening in the game. What's going on, everybody? I love the new numbers on my screen. Math was my best subject in school. 4 years of calculus in high school, baby. All the theorems, all of the proofs, all of the crazy multivariable calculus graphs, grids, and equations. These numbers are the ones I love counting most. And I love you guys as well. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce 1.5.1. What are they going to fix? What are they going to put in? Let's dive in. And it is nighttime. I rarely play at nighttime these days. Everything is about the skyboxes during the sunshine hours. But the nighttime holds a bit of mystery, a bit of intrigue, and sometimes a cookie from your mom. At least when I was little. Baked goods are really delicious. Can I have some coffee cake? Maybe a little butterscotch element in there, some raspberry compote on top of my delicious gluten-free donuts. Isabel, maybe they fix you. Probably not. Let me know in the comments down below the number one fix you want in the game now, at this point. Is Isabel getting more stuff? I mean, Brewster's not really a fix, it's more of an addition, so come on, I know that's the right answer, but save that table for a little later. We do have something special brewing for Brewster, by the way. Anyhow, number one fix I would love to see is the dodos getting less dialogue as you approach the airline and as you try to fly. Now, I am rocking my zombie self, and let's see if anything looks different. The moon shines bright. Jack is not ready to say goodnight because it sure is not Halloween. And everything looks to be the same. The store, resident services. It's hard because these updates, like, we get used to the big ones where it's like Red, Leaf, Pascal, Luna. Don't know why I'm talking like this, but maybe there'll be an alligator hunter NPC sometime soon. Yeehaw, brand new face in our Animal Crossing space. Nothing seems different. So we're going to have to pull up the patch notes to see. Static. You bring that static? You did bring the ice cream. Is that a donut covered in chocolate? Or is it an ice cream pop? Hopefully it's cashew milk ice cream because I can't handle that lactose, baby. It hurts my stomach. All right. What doesn't hurt my stomach, though, is popping some of these beautiful magic bottles. Let's see if we can pull up the patch notes. I'm going to call my friend, Mr. Rossetti, and see if he can pull them from the ether, download them to my brain. Okay. Got them. All right. Pull up the patch notes, and let's see what they have. In Animal Crossing New Horizons version 1.5.1, the patch notes are as follows. General updates. The following issues occurring in 1.5.0 have been fixed. I thought the Halloween update was a little soft, and now it seems like they had to squish out some of the rough edges. Fix an issue where some title keywords obtained via Nook Miles would not appear within the passport. This was one that they had discussed multiple times. If you go to your passport, you know, that fantastic app that I feel like nobody uses anymore. My picture is so old, my dude's sleeping before I even had custom outfits. I'm wearing the frog tee with a snowflake on the wall and the bamboo. And the ice cream cone lamp is in my house. I am a lucky legend, though. I feel like that's pretty true. Born December 13th, same day as Taylor Swift. And my passport quote is SwitchForce out. I got oranges, it's Peach Reef, and we're ready to go. But apparently some of the descriptors were not appearing appropriately. That was discussed last week when the patch hit, and now it's fixed, which is good. So, okay, if you are a fan of going through your, not the comment, like, oh no, we can't mess up SwitchForce out. That's what we always say. Outros are fun. You can mess with the photo, my old photos where my hair was brown, baby. That's also been updated and fixed. All right, all sorts of different things like Life Hacker, Lone Wolf. Now those see better. All right, Rossetti, what else we got? Fixed an issue where certain messages would display in English for users playing in French, Spanish, German, Italian, Dutch, or Russian. Okay, so they did a little worldly workaround so that now all of the correct language messages are displayed. That'd be really frustrating. Imagine playing this game and you're like trying to figure out if you want to go like visit an island or have visitors and it's like in English but you don't speak English. Like imagine if we popped over to see Orville and Wilbur. I'm hungry for an apple. Imagine we popped over and they were like speaking in Russian or speaking in Japanese or speaking in French and you'd be like, it's already cumbersome enough to travel to a different island or to go on a mystery tour, and now it's getting even more terrible because I can't figure out what you're saying. That's a bug that I'm glad that they bumped out of here. I do love my entryway. It's so pretty, I must say. Zombies on my face, zombies on my brain, but bright lights shall never be the stain, because instead they will bring love, laughter, and light. I welcome you to an island removed from blight. All right, let's pull back these patch notes. We also have fixed an issue where animal residents would talk about pumpkins when given a bamboo shoot. Now, I think this one's really, really funny. Villagers have been documented as revealing updates, future ideas, and also just some shenanigans. We see them talk a lot about coffee lately, which has me bustling for Brewster. Personally, I think Brewster might be... I don't even want to say it. But personally, Brewster, I don't know if he hits next month. I really hope so, but I don't know. Like I said, we've got our own campaign that we're working on behind the scenes. But occasionally villagers would talk about cooking. Occasionally villagers would talk about upcoming events. They talk about diving or just, vegetables, things that didn't seem to yet be in the game and then eventually were. This is an interesting case where they're not talking about something upcoming, but something completely incorrect. You give them a bamboo shoot, and the villagers would somehow regard them as a pumpkin, which is interesting because pumpkins obviously are all the rage. It's honestly like the biggest mechanical change in the game is the pumpkin, right? Because the pumpkin is the new vegetable, and it brings farming to the game. But they shouldn't be talking about farming. If we're giving them a bamboo shoot and no talking about farming, and it makes me wonder, like, is bamboo somehow part of the same package, or is it just a complete error, or how did that mistake, that swap happen? I'm not quite sure, but now if your villagers are, if you're, interested in giving them bamboo, which the bamboo items are still a ways away back in the springtime, at least for the Northern Hemisphere, now that's fixed. They also fixed an issue where it was no longer possible to jump over a river based on the location of certain furniture. Now, this one sounds incredibly frustrating. It's not something that I dealt with, but I will say, as a young boy who likes to build rivers, and I'm not sure necessarily if they're talking about hop and skip rivers or pole vaulting rivers, but I like my own rivers, and I would hate if certain furniture layered around my very pollinated campsite were not navigatable because of some sort of bug. So that's a nice fix. I really do need to do some flower cleanup. If you want to come to my island for a general island cleanup, not really weeding, but more like flower plucking, bee removal, clutter disintegration station, let me know in the comments down below, or you can join us on Discord. Switch Strong is such a fantastic place, and it's going to be popping once Brewster drops. Members, just to let you know, you will have good access to our Brewster campaign. So if you're a member, don't worry. It is about to really pay off. Hopefully it has already, based on just the fun community and the friends we have here. But if you haven't, the Brewster campaign. I know I'm a tease right now, but all will be told soon. In the meantime, anything else in the patch note front? Not quite. So they made 4 fixes, and they're minor fixes. These updates, occasionally they'll give us something really grand. Very, very rarely does that happen between major numbers. So we're talking 1.5 to 1.6 to 1.7. That's when we're going to see the big additions, like, next time it'll be Franklin and Jingles. Right now, sometimes you'll get a new item, sometimes you'll get some sort of big gameplay fix, sometimes you'll get like a secret little thing that's stuffed in there. It doesn't look like this one's going to have anything extra underneath the surface. It seems like it is just these 4 fixes, but I do appreciate that Nintendo is so up to date with Animal Crossing. Whether it's Nintendo or another publisher or developer, there's a lot of companies that are slow to fix their stuff, and honestly, especially on Switch. We see some games that really have frame rate issues or that really have bugs that take a while to get patched out. Now, the things that Nintendo fixed here today are a little bit simpler, so I don't want to give them too much credit, but I do love and respect... I wish the present signs were different. Like, what if there were magic presents that rewarded you with, like, a rare item or something? I know it's not a thing, but it would be very cool, and I accidentally just removed something. Whoops! But I do give Nintendo a lot of credit for being on top of it and updating this regularly. Like, they noticed some bugs that were, added or kind of enhanced or kind of, I guess, worsened in 1.5, and... all my gold tools are breaking at the same time. It's like the end of an era, baby. Goodness gracious, I feel naked without my shiny bits. Okay, we do have 2 things to open, but yeah, Nintendo, like, updating. I hope that they're able to keep this vibe throughout the 2 to 3 years that they claim they're going to work on this game. Not only for the major updates, which I do hope they keep. We talked about this on Nook Talk Live, the podcast that I do with Pat and Nintendo Talk, and we were saying, like, we don't want them to do... too many just like cosmetic updates, and we'd rather have them continue to update the feature list, especially in year 2 and year 3, so the game doesn't get boring. But the kind of like the other side of that coin is that Nintendo is regularly patching this game to prevent cheating, to eliminate any sort of errors, to remove bugs, and to swap out things that need to be switched up. And I appreciate that so much. So kudos to Nintendo. A little golf clap for Nintendo doing hard work on a Friday evening here. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Let me know what fix you want most in the game. Now you're up to date on 1.5.1, what's included there. The villagers are no longer going to confuse bamboo with pumpkins. Definitely a bad thing to bite into, probably on both fronts. Biting a pumpkin sounds like teeth cracking, and chewing bamboo sounds, again, like a dentist trip is needed, and both of those things, not so fun. Not sure if you're a Novocaine fan or not, but drilling of any sort, shots of any kind, not necessarily my idea of a stellar weekend, but hopefully you guys have one over wherever you are. Make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. I love you so much. Members, special shout out. Stay tuned for that Brewster campaign. And until next time, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your day. I love you a lot. SwitchForce out.